Hello everyone. I have been thinking a lot because I've been reading posts on some groups of moms with boys and girls that are wanting to start giving them cologne or perfumes because they're starting to want to smell good and things like that. And I am honestly worried about all the endocrine disruptors in the perfumes and colognes that are given to children in such a young age, and which means that it's going to it could mess their hormones, and you really don't want to do that. There is a much safer way to allow your children to smell good without having all those toxic side effects. Um, As you can see, I have lots of essential oils here and different kind of bottles. You can really make your own perfume or cologne and have fun with it. You could make it a fun night with your children and have them smell the oils and decide what they would like to put together. If you want to be more precise, there's a method in making perfumes, and you practically need to distinguish between base note, middle notes, and top notes. And I'm going to read on the book because I'm not a perfume maker, but if you have a book, or even you will find online lots of these things. But anyway, let's see. Top notes are light oils and often have fresh, sweet, citrusy, or fruity aromas. Middle notes are oils that have a floral, slightly woody or sweet aroma. Base notes are woody, heavy, earthy, rich, or deep. Some oils such as basil or fennel may be used in a blend as either top or middle note. Clary sage and ylang ylang are examples of oils that may be used as either middle or base notes. When we create a blend, we want the base notes to be between 5 and 20%, so we don't want them to be too much. The middle notes between 50 and 80%, and the top notes between 5 and 20%. So as you can see, the middle notes are the ones that are going to be the most in there. And so when we do this, we are mostly focusing on the aroma more than the therapeutic benefits. But at the same time, if you are using an essential oil, you are going to still benefit from it. So there's even an example here in this book. It could be like this: a base note of 3 drops of sandalwood, and then middle notes 3 drops of ginger, 4 drops of cypress, and then as a top note 5 drops of wild orange. As you can see, that the top note is a citrus oil. So my favorite, simplest perfume is actually, I don't even work with the notes, and you really should try it. I love to use Whisper, which is already an essential oil blend that has been made by doTERRA, and it has been made to be a perfume, and so it's great by itself. But I really love it together with red mandarin. And you could try, if you don't have red mandarin, you could try wild orange, grapefruit, switch it up as you like. Other oils that you could use as perfume, you could use the Immortelle, Intune, Claricome, and again, you can change up the smell with any other essential oil that you have. It's really, you're going to be playing with it. What are you going to need? You're going to need, if you're going to make it a spray, you can recycle a doTERRA bottle or buy bottles with already the spray top. And many people, they use vodka as the liquid, but you really can use hazel or distilled water and the essential oils. And you can go fancy. There's so many really cute spray bottles that you can find online. This is really fancy like this. Just do whatever you like. You can even make a little roller bottle for your small perfume to keep in your bag, or you can use a 10 milliliter roller bottle or a 5 milliliter roller bottle, especially if you are not going to use it as often. I prefer to use a smaller bottle. And one thing you want to do once you made your perfume or cologne, you want to keep it in your bag and not have it exposed to the sun. And better if the bottle is a dark bottle, but even if you have just a transparent bottle, it's okay as long as you don't put it, you don't expose it to the sun. So, really, there's so many things that you could do. So, you will find different recipes online, even on the doTERRA website, and many people that have created recipes. I really like to play. So if I wanted to make a perfume right now, I could do, I like vetiver, so I could do maybe in a 10 milliliter, I could do 5 drops of vetiver, and let's see, maybe 3 drops of patchouli, 3 ylang ylang, and about 5 grapefruit. I'm completely inventing it, but it could really smell good. I'm actually going to try it just like this. I'm going to open them and smell the 4 bottles together to see if the smell might be pleasant to me. Actually, I like it. I like the combination. So I can play with it. Maybe I will put less vetiver, or I will put more grapefruit. I can play with it. I will start adding the drops in my little bottle, and then you can add, I like to use my doTERRA fractionated coconut oil to fill the bottle all the way to the top. You could use sweet almond oil or any vegetable oil that doesn't have a strong smell. So I wouldn't use olive oil, okay? But you can use fractionated coconut oil, jojoba oil, any kind of vegetable oil to finally use this. And you will put your lid and the roll-on, and that's what you do. You just put it on your arms like this, on your neck. And again, this is going to be safe for your children. You can dilute it even more if your children have sensitive skin, and it's such a fun thing to do with them, and they can choose the smell that they like the most. And this way they don't have to have toxins in their body. And sometimes really the cologne and other perfume that you find in store, they might be too strong, and many people are allergic to them, and most of the time people are not going to be allergic to the pure essential oils that doTERRA offers. So naturally there's always somebody that might have some kind of sensitivity, so always test it on the first time. This is the first time that you are using an oil, always test it on your wrist like this. I do it a few hours to make sure that you don't have any kind of reaction. If you do have a reaction, try diluting it, and if even diluting it doesn't work, then just stay away from it and choose some other oil. So have fun, make the best of it, and share your own recipe with me.